Aloha, my beautiful human beings. My name is Krista Laksmi-Ditton, coming to you from beautiful Florida today. And I call myself a holistic wellness coach as well, inner alchemist, because I believe we can and probably maybe also should heal and reset our body, mind, and spirit. And today's video, I wanted to actually deep dive a little deeper into the solar eclipse happening on the 8th of April in 2024, as I did a little taster in my numbers and messages video already, which I can also put down below. Several people actually reached out and said, like, wow, Krista, what you started to say about the solar eclipse sounded very interesting. Could you dive a little deeper? And then I was testing it also on my Facebook wall, who would be interested, and there was quite a bit of action there. So let's dive a little deeper. So the way I look at it is I did a little bit of research as well, but then I kind of filter it through like the way I see and interpret everything. And then I throw it back through that filtering and weaving things together and seeing things. So I used very many several ways to look at that. So hopefully this will be very helpful, inspirational, motivational for you. So solar eclipse, why is it such a big thing? And here in United States, it's just like bombarded like every day, several times a day through all kinds of media outlets. It is because the trajectory of the current solar eclipse will be actually seen most of North America as well, Canada, and then it just goes like all the way across. So it's estimated like around 31 point something million people can see it just without like moving or traveling anywhere. So that's one of the reasons. And also, we don't have anything like this in 20 years. So if you want to really experience something that's spectacular, it's probably a good idea. Flight tickets are very, very expensive right now to all of these places where you can see it closer. The owners of the shop where I work right now part-time actually drove to Texas to be part of the experience. So, save a little bit. So when I started to look at the numbers, so 8th of April, so 8/4/2024. So we basically have 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 8. So this is totaling, 3 plus 8, which is 11. So when we look at the numerology, so and 1 as such, 1 and 1 is actually a beautiful angel number. So it's, also I call it like an alignment number. It has these number ones, which in the new energy is maturing masculine, and also learning and teaching ourselves basically how to stand in our own power, in our own uniqueness with both of our feet on the ground. So it's really inviting us to ground more into that uniqueness, who we are and who we are here to be. And number 1 is a beautiful number of sun as a planet. How funny, right? That we have this solar eclipse here. It's all about the masculine to shine, to be visible, also to, create. And it has a little bit, because 1 also like kind of standing on the ground has a little bit of that earth element as well. And when we put 1 and 1 together, we get 2, which is the number for planet Moon. Isn't that interesting, right? So now we have that softer feminine energy, more kind of like shadowy, darker. But at the same time, when 1 and 1 come together, it's a number of togetherness. So this is what this is. It's like, both the sun and the moon are coming together. At the same time, it's very, very interesting how this is happening and how it looks. So I'm doing a little screen share for you so you kind of get a little idea what this looks like. So it's very, very interesting how this looks. And once you see this, it really gives you a better idea, how these things actually are also meant to be. So many of us, we don't know about like where the planets are, why they are there, how it is, and so on. So as soon as I get this set up, so I can share with you this screen so that you can see. Okay, so, and then let me take myself off. Okay, so here you see it. So we have Earth, we have Moon, and then the light rays and, Sun. So as you see, Sun and Moon, they are basically kind of like facing each other. And then Moon is also, kind of shadowing so that that light which is coming from the Sun can't come like all the way through. So in a way, what this is like from the new time energy perspective, it's like beyond this world, amazing moment in the history because you basically have the masculine and feminine energy facing each other for that, how much was that? Like 4 minutes and 28 seconds, if we kind of look at that symbolically. So, and then we have Earth, who is like, observing and kind of receiving these and witnessing this, situation. So, what this is actually also doing, what I feel very deep on a spiritual level, this is actually inviting all of us to activate our inner woman and inner man, divine masculine and divine feminine. Many of the people who already have worked with these things will be really boosted and uplifted and up leveled through that, especially when they are aligned with both of the masculine and feminine already. Those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about right now, we may have a little bit challenges after this because this is the shift, like it is like a reset, which is plugged in and like kind of like the whole system gets like in a way like a positive energy shock, a reset. And in each one of us, we have, doesn't matter whether you're a woman or a man, each one of us, we have those polarities, the masculine and feminine. And we all actually are here also, especially at this time, to learn to balance these energies and also how to use both of these, how to make these energies actually to support us and serve us. At the same time, we are also learning how to co-create with this masculine, feminine, the moon and sun energy. So when we talk, for example, about crystals, so you may have heard once you buy like your crystal, you should cleanse it. So many times people smudge it or do, sage smoke and stuff. And then you can charge it with moon or with sun. So what I would recommend, if any of you have crystals and you have some crystals which are really supporting you right now, so I would recommend you to cleanse them before this eclipse and then put all of them out for that time period, even if you are not on the trajectory to see it fully. And put it out and then also initiate both the moon and the sun energy, meaning giving your crystals also intentional, guidances or directions. What can they choose and how can they direct and guide you? So moon should be all also, of course, moonstone itself is very good. So all kinds of like feminine, softer looking, oftentimes also like pink or light blue kind of color stones can be very connected to moon. So you can give more of these like feminine intentional things, and then sun is all of more like masculine and activation and manifestation, tangible things in a way. And here we talk usually more like you could use crystals which actually look like the sun, like yellow or orange, but as it is also, activating really the fire, it can even be like, red as such as well. So that there is like another tip for you how to do it. So coming back now to this number two is, as we have here also the two planets, the sun and the moon. Sun is bigger, moon is smaller, but at the same time, it's like they play in this beautiful dance with each other. And uh, especially when they kind of like, this is the time they kind of like pause, or like this is where they are, they kind of like enjoy it, kind of like two beings, facing each other. So this is also a moment which I would recommend each one of you. How can you maybe journal or meditate or take the break during that time to really, even if you're not in the area where you can see it, you can just watch some videos because people will be, recording it all over. Connect to it that way, and then, think of that like harmony, balance. What is in your life out of balance? What is it you need to balance more, harmonize more? So what's really interesting also is that during this time, they are saying there is a colorful comet, which is like moon passes between sun and earth. And you may even see it when you are looking at the solar eclipse. But this comet is called 12P. And what is really interesting, again, we have the one and two numbers here, right? And then once we put them together, it's number three. And number three is the number of Holy Trinity. I see it as like the archetypal energy, the inner child, inner woman, inner man. So they kind of all come together in here. And we could say that we have three planets here. We have Earth, we have Moon, and we have the Sun. So the sun is the inner man, moon is the inner woman, and earth is the inner child representative, looking at that perspective. So, and in that case, we have so much to learn, both from the moon as well as the sun. One is not better than the other. We need both to function and fully manifest as well. So that's really cool. And what they also say that this is called actually devil comet because it kind of looks kind of like has like a horn on it and has lots of cold volcanoes. So this is really interesting because this is also maybe a sign of inviting us to look a little bit deeper into, the shadow part and like, what moon represents, like kind of those invisible parts of ourselves, which we maybe don't consider as our strengths, and kind of also see how can I embrace those, how can I face those, and how can I work with those so that they actually fully can, dissipate or dissolve. Um, what else is very exciting is that the eclipse as a word is actually from the Greek word meaning abandonment. And they say that gods were very angry, or so they believed, during those times with humans, and sun would abandon earth. So in a way, you could also look like, the sun kind of turned the back to the earth, oh, I don't care about you. I'm not giving you my shining light and the warmth and so on. So what this is also in a way inviting us is all of us who have had any abandonment issues, maybe you could look at that like in those coming days and maybe even do like a little assignment where you can write all of these things onto the paper, and then you take that paper and then kind of take all of these negative things and turn them to the other paper into very like positive. And then the negative one you turn away, and maybe even do it on the 8th of April. So it's like kind of helping that letting go and in a way abandoning those old things you don't need anymore. And then activating, maybe reading those positive ones which you rewrote, reading those into your phone and listening those every morning when you wake up and every evening when you go to bed. So you start to like program your subconscious with them. And abandonment wounds are very, very deep. Very many of us have those. And when we have those, we also oftentimes have trust issues. And when we have trust issues, we actually will have much more difficult times to actually also manifest in our lives. So it is worth to look at. If you don't know how to do it, and definitely find a guide. If you need my help with it, I'm also open to do that. So, and then we have also very strong new beginning and bright new opportunities energy. It's very exciting time. It's very positive. It's like really like turning this new page. And we may even get like news out of the blue. And I personally feel that it is such a powerful energy that, many of us who have been maybe, a little bit like kind of stuck, this moment in history now can really help you to kind of instantly almost like create these big changes. So dream big, write those dreams down, if possible, maybe even do like a bigger vision board or journal or something. And then also what I would recommend is, maybe even buy like a lottery ticket for that day, because that energy is so amplified for new beginnings and new levels that magic may happen and you may actually win it. So, and it's really very powerful energy to influence our direction. So, if you really kind of, connecting also to your true desire, like who would you like to become and be, and, from there also what and who would you love to become. When you go deeper into that, you can actually figure out more clearly that self-image, that direction, where are you going and how. But it needs a little bit of that inner work and inner pause, because sometimes we are just so busy that we are not even able to see and figure out like what is what. And they also said that, these kind of, eclipses are meaning that actually I feel in this case, particularly here, that both moon and sun are almost like on steroids. It's like super, super powerful, amplified, multiplied many times. So this is very, very powerful energy that way as well. So now another very exciting thing came out. So I did numerology, new time numerology on solar eclipse as the words. So what I got from that was that both consonants and vowels, which you actually separate, were number 8. So in general, we have the year 8, which is infinity, which is abundance, which is possibilities, which is just like amazing year. So if many of you have been stuck those recent years, this is the year which will really, if you're allowing it and giving permission to it, like really kick yourself to that next level or next, floor. And when we talk about eights on that level, so it's like, the solar eclipse, like the heart's desire is actually here abundance for each one of us. The abundance of like live from abundance, think of abundance, and then spiritually also feel that we resonate on that abundance frequency. So if you have issues with abundance or money, anyway, so that's also a really good thing to focus on and like kind of do like a, I don't know, a quick reset, if you say so. And then also another way of looking at it is like, the way we want to show ourselves, like how we look, and then also maybe how the planets would like us to kind of look. And it's also 8. So we have 2 8s here, which is actually triple 8 because the year of the 8 as well. And then we put those 2 8s together, which is 1 and 6. So 1, again, this is a powerful standing in your power, but it's also maturing masculine, meaning that these masculine energies may be a little raw, which is totally understandable when we look at like what's going on with Mother Earth right now. And then six is fully feminine number. So it's flow, it's trust, it's like emotions, it's the invisible world. And then we get together number seven. And number seven is saying that this solar eclipse is all about maturing masculinity as well, meaning that this is maturing masculinity. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or woman, it is our responsibility to work on that. The masculinity means it's all the tangible stuff, it's the structure, it's the systems, it's the to-do list, it's Excel sheets, it's all of the stuff which most of us may never like or don't want to do, and lucky are those who can also delegate all of these things. But seven is a very powerful number. It's also reminding us like, hey, if you haven't like got your things in order, now is the time to really kind of go through it. And it's also calling all of us on that level also, that if you didn't have positive role models in your life as men, where are those positive men role models now? Who could you bring into your life or have in close proximity so that you can help your inner masculine, which is connected to planet Sun, also upgrade to that powerful level? Because when seven has done its work and figured out everything, kind of cleaned it out and leaned it out in a way, then what happens? It's like building the platform, the foundation for number eight. And number eight is one of the most powerful numbers on that level as well, because it's air element and it's always kind of nudging us and sometimes also kicking us to that next level. And usually it's like huge, like jump. So it can be, changing place where you live or work or career or relationships or whatever the case is. So it is a very important number, and I'm so excited that it showed up here as well. So solar eclipses are also considered as energetic portals. So this is shifting your direction if you're open to it, new beginnings, as I already said, and also what they say around this time, they actually are recommending each one of us also to take a little extra rest during that time if you can, because we also have Mercury retrograde happening at the same time. So Mercury, Sun, Moon, they're all lining up, and Mercury is all about communication as well. So I feel that this is all kind of inviting us to communicate with ourselves and kind of shut out the world. So we kind of go into this like inner world, into that yin energy, and then learn how to communicate with our inner world, so that also Mercury can help us there in a beautiful way. So also it is being really recommended to get grounded. I would also recommend get grounded, but also do something with water element, which is connected to moon as well. So then you get the balance of both, elements there. And what else? I would add. Yeah, so this is also very, very powerful transformation energy. So if there is anything in your life which you would like to really, change or transform to, this is the time. So whether you make like a little list, what it is, what needs to go, what needs to come into your world, what do you need to change currently, and then really make like a little plan, because sun and solar energy is very like direct, like the masculine energy is. And another thing what may happen with this a very big way is alignment and synchronicity. So I just this last days have been working so much with my own alignment and figuring out like what in my life is not aligned anymore, and also making clarity like what would I like this new alignment to be, and then visualizing it like crazy every day, many times. So And what this is also, they are believing that, when we have the eclipses, the veil between the physical and spiritual is thinner, making it easier to connect with higher consciousness. I see also higher consciousness as our divine feminine. So, divine feminine can be super, super tuned in to your timelines right now or in the future. So this is why I would really recommend to take the time to really journal, like what ideas, what like things are coming to you that day, because that may be your blueprint or roadmap for that, next chapter in your life. And as already mentioned, eclipses are always inviting us to figure out what we don't need and let that go. So really do an inventory of like old patterns, negative people, whatever else you need to release so that you can really fully start to step into your power and into your mission here. And there is so much activity and possibility in awakening out of the illusions, heightened awareness, clarity, and understanding of your own life path or your life mission. So the clarity is like almost like the clouds go away, and then you just like suddenly like understand what you need to do. And then also it is giving collective consciousness some global input as well. So if now each individual would do those things which I was like recommending here, so that of course would influence the overall well-being of planet Earth. And then also if all of us do a little bit of this or even just a couple of things from this list, this will really influence the whole experience for Mother Earth as well. So thank you so much. Thank you for bearing with me, and let me know below this video which one of those tips really resonated most for you. And then if you know people who would really probably benefit from this video, share it with them. I'm Laksmi-Ditton. I am an inner alchemist, holistic wellness coach, and I do now also regular numbers and messages videos, which comes up every beginning of the month and talking about numerology, sometimes also taking some cards and some other messages. So later, I may even maybe include more of the crystal work as well. So I have been a spiritual guide, energy healer, and coach over 23 years internationally, and I really enjoy serving people, especially high achieving women, to really get to their full potential and also feel fulfilled and happy and well now and for the rest of their lives. So thank you. And if you need any more information or have questions for me, there is more information, what I do, what I offer below this video. Thank you so much and have a beautiful eclipse. Once you experience it, maybe you can even leave another message and say, hey, Crystal, I did this and it was so fun. So I'm so excited to hear about your magical eclipse story. So aloha, till the next time. Bye.